Okay. Okay, in a couple of classes we have started with first module, and we have done lot of things. We have seen so many programs. We have seen what are the data types. We have seen the, some programs, and we have seen about character data type, boolean data type. Then we have seen what are the literals, integer literals, floating point literals, boolean literals, character literals, and we have seen how the backslash and the characters gives us a new description. Generally, out of all these, we may use only one, that is slash n. Mostly, we'll be using only slash n. Then we have started with string variables. Then we start with variable. We told how the variable is stored. Then what are the rules for variable? What is variable? We have seen that it is a data type, value, storage location, and size. And we have seen what are the variable declaration. Then how the variables are declared. Uh, then we have seen how the initialization will be done, and we have seen what is the scopus of lifetime of a variable. The types of variable, it can be local, instance, and static. Then local variable, a variable which is declared inside the method is called a local variable. Then instance variable, a variable which is declared inside the class but outside the method is called as instance variable. It is not declared as static. Static variable, a variable that is declared as static is called a static variable. It cannot be local. Then we have seen a program where if you declare the variable outside the method without static, then it is called as an instance variable. And if you are saying it as a static, then it is called as a static. Then method, that is int n equals to 19. So then we have seen this program where x and y values, how it is repeated. Then we have seen this how the error is occurring. Okay, so now we'll start with operator and expressions. So what are operators? Operators in Java is a symbol that is used to perform operations. Why do we use an operator? Operators in Java is a symbol that is used to perform operations. There are many types of operators in operators in Java, such as a unary operator, arithmetic operator, relational operator, shift operator, bitwise operator, ternary operators, and assignment operator. These operators are classified into three, that is unary operator and binary operator. Unary operator means what? Works with only one operand. If there is only one variable, one operand means variable, and only one operator, then we call it as a unary operator. If you are using more number of variables, two variables, then we call it as a binary variables. So the operator and expression, combination of operator and operands are called as expression. When we assign an expression to a variable, the type of variables and the expression should be compatible. Double sum, that is double sum equals to 10.1. So where we are initializing, we are saying that sum is of data type double, and we are initializing sum with some value that is 10.1. And again, what we are doing, whatever we have a sum that we are storing in a variable called as a total, but that total is in the integer. So this we must convert the following point expression to binary to integer by using a cast. So we cannot convert like this because double is how much is the size of a double? Can anyone say the size of the double is how much? What is the size of a double? Storage size. Anyone?
4 bytes.
8.
8,
8.
8, 8. So
8.
integer is how much? Integer is how much?
4 bytes.
4.
So then in place of 8, what we are doing, we are keeping that again in integer. So then we have a problem with the casting. We'll see them. We'll see in the next slides what is casting. So before that, what is arithmetic? So Java provides a rich set of operators to manipulate variables. So we have a rich set of operators, whichever we want. We may require all these operators. The following are the operators, that is arithmetic operator, a relational operator, bitwise operator, logical operator, assignment operator, and you can use a miscellaneous operators. Okay, first we see about arithmetic operator. Because I know you people know what is arithmetic operator. I'm just running out of it. So integer, suppose let us assume that you have taken a data type as integer and the variable a variable is holding as a 10 and the variable b is holding 20. So a is having 10, b is having 20. So then if we perform addition, what will be the value? What will be the result? A plus b is how much? A value is 10, b value is 20, and our result will be 30. That is addition operator. So adds value on either side of the operator. Then subtract right hand operand from a left hand operand. So we can see a minus b given by minus. So that is a value is 10, b value is 20, then minus 10. So then multiplication multiplies values on either side of the operand. So that is a star b will give me 200. So how, what is the value of a? 10, b value is 20, 10 into 20 is 200. So in the same way, division, b divided by will give us 2. So then modulus operator, b mod a will give us 0. So these are the arithmetic operators. So for addition, you will be knowing we use plus. For subtraction, we use minus. For multiplication, we use star. For division, we use slash. And for modulus, we use a percentage. So then what are the description? Adds value on either side of the operator. Subtracts right hand operand from the left hand operand. Multiplies either side of the operator. Divides left hand operator by a right hand operator. Then divides left hand operand by a right hand operand and returns a remainder. So these are the examples for arithmetic operator. Then we'll see one small, before moving on arithmetic, before moving on to the program. So let us see what is increment and increment. So increment, what is operator we are using? Plus plus. That is called as a increment. Increment increases the value of the operand by 1. So if I say plus plus means what? One value will be incremented. Suppose what was the b value which we have taken? We have taken b value as 20. If we say b plus plus, then it will become 21. Okay. Similarly, I want to decrease. Then we can use a decrease the value of the operand by 1. So that is b minus minus gives 19. So it is less, that is minus minus. B minus minus gives us. So we know that b value was 20. Reduce it by 1. So we will get the resultant as 19. Okay. So now we see about a program. Before that, someone is joined. I have to admit them. Harshit, BS Reddy. Oh, so since from long time. Harshit, you're fine? Harshit joined? Okay, so it's not answered. Okay, so then let us see about a small program where we combine both arithmetic and increment operator as well as decrement operator. So now we have taken a value as 10, b value is 20, c value is 25, d value is 25. That is a, b, c, d. So a is 10, b is 20, c is 25, d is also 25. So then we will print. So how to print within the arithmetic operations we are doing in the print statement itself. So this is addition, a plus b, subtraction, a minus b, multiplication, a star b, division, b divided by a, modulus, b mod a, and we have taken doing with one more variable, c mod a, then increment, a plus plus, decrement, a minus minus. Let us do with the same with the other variable, that is a d. So d plus plus and plus plus d. So to know, someone was asking me what's the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. So if you execute this program, and these last two lines will give us pre-increment and post-increment. So this D is post-increment, this D is pre-increment. So the output of this A plus B is how much? A value is 10, B value is 20. So this will be 30. So in the same way, A minus B, this is minus 20. Then A star B, 200. So then B divided by A, 2. Then B modulus A is 0, C modulus A is 5, A plus plus 10, B minus minus 11, D plus plus 25, and plus plus D 27. So this is output. Okay, next we move on to our relational operators. So assuming that you people know the same, again I am just briefing out. A, if we take A value as 10 and B value as 20, to check equal, whether A is equal to B, whether A is equal to B in our case, no, it is not. It's not true. Why? Because the A value is 10, B value is 20. So then the symbol what we are using is double equal to, and you should know what are the symbol, what is the difference between both, that is assignment and equal operator. So what is equal operator? When we, what is a symbol we have to use? For equal we have to use a double symbol. If it is a single, means what? Single equal to, it is a assignment operator. So these difference you have to remember. So equal checks if the value of two operands are equal or not. If yes, then condition becomes true. That is A equal to B is not true. Then not equal to checks whether A is not equal to true. Yes, in our case A is 10, B is 20. Yes, these two are not equal because 10 and 20 are not equal. Yes, then this becomes true. Then greater than checks if the value of left operand is greater than the value of right operand. If yes, then condition becomes true. A is greater than B is not true. Then less than checks if the value of left operand is less than the value of the right operand. If yes, then condition becomes true. A is less than B is true. So then A greater than or equal to checks if the value of the left operand is greater than or equal to the value of right operand. If yes, the condition becomes true. That is A is greater than or equal to B is not true. Then less than or equal to, so we check if the value of the left operand is less than or equal to the value of right operand. If yes, becomes true. A program for relational operator. So A value is 10, B value is 20. So then A is equal to B, no, false. So that's what in our output it gives false. Then A is not equal to B, yes, true, because A is 10, B is 20, so it is not equal. So then this becomes true. Whether A is greater than B, no, it is false. Whether A is less than B, yes, true. So then B is greater than or equal to A, yes, true. Then A is less than or equal to B, B is less than or equal to A, so false. So like this, we just print all the relational operators. Okay, next one, a logical operator. Logical operator who has joined. So that's what here, the logical operator. Assuming the Boolean variables A holds true and B holds false, then logical operator and double ampersand you have to use to say it is a AND, called as logical AND operator. If both the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. A ampersand B is false. Then logical OR, if any of the two operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. That is A, two pipelines, then that is true. So then not, logical not. So we use a exclamatory mark to represent that it is a not operator. So ampersand, double ampersand, called logical AND operator. If both the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. That is what A ampersand A double ampersand B is false. Then to pipeline, that is logical, called logical OR operator. If any of the two operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. A pipeline B is true. So not logical not, called logical not operator, use to reverse the logical state of its operand. If the condition is true, then logical not operator will make a false. So that's what here. A and B not. So we are using a not, then it is true. So the same way, just a small program to demonstrate how the logical operator is working. So A, we are making it as true, B we are making it as false. Then A ampersand B, A and B. So what it is displaying, A logical not. So then this is not. So and or not. So that's what here, false, true, and false. So in the same way, next we move on to the assignment operator. So what is the assignment operator? Just now I told a single equal to is the assignment operator. The simple assignment operator assigns value from right side of operand to the left side operand. So that is C equals to means whatever the value of addition of both A plus B, this value is assigned or stored in the variable called as a C. So in the same way, plus equal to, and add and assignment operator, it adds right operand to the left operand and assigns the resultant to a left operand. Then minus equal to subtract and assignment operator, it subtracts right operand from the left operand, assigns the result to the left operand. So then star multiply and assignment operator, it multiplies right operand with the left operand and assigns the resultant value to the C value. So in the same way, division, so the division and assignment operator, it divides the left hand operand with the right hand operand and the resultant is assigned the variable C. So in the same way, modulus operator, modulus and modulus operator, C slash modulus equals to A is equivalent to C. So that's what here C will be assigned. So then we'll just see a small program. So less than, equal to. Similarly, how the assignment operator, this work for all arithmetic operators. In the same way, for relational and assignment operator, left shift, right shift, bitwise and bitwise or, and bitwise exclusive or. So left shift assignment operator. So if C shift to C, then left shift 2. So in the same way, right shift, so bitwise operator, bitwise exclusive operator, and bitwise exclusive or. Okay, the same for the assignment, how the values are getting printed. So A is 10, B is 20, C is 0. So then A plus B. So what is the value? A plus B is 30. 30 has to be stored in C. So that's what here assigning the value. So in the same way, A plus equals to C plus equal to A. Similarly, C minus minus equal to A. C star equals to A. So like this, we give the values. Then here again, the value of A is getting changed. A is 10, but B, instead of B, here we are considering it as a C. So C slash equals to A. What is the value of that? Again, A value is getting A and B value. C equals to 10, A equals to 10, C equals to 15. So then modulus operator, left shift, right shift, again the left shift and or bitwise operators. So what are the values for that? So add these 30, then A value is what? 10. That will become 40. Then C, this becomes minus, so 30. So 300. So 1. So like this, all these assignment operators with addition, arithmetic and relational operators will be there. Next, we move on to that's what I was just saying, the type conversion and casting. So conversion means, so I cannot store character in an integer, and I cannot store a string in the character. So these type conversions we have to take care. So it is quite common in a program to assign value of one type to a variable of another type. If two types are compatible, Java performs the implicit type conversion. Suppose if you are storing double inside integer, it is okay because double is having a size 8 and integer is having a 4 or 2. So within, if bigger size to a smaller one, we can keep, but reverse is not possible. If you have a smaller size and keep a bigger one, is not possible. Yes, the same way here, even here also, the conversions are required. For example, into a long is always possible because long is having a 8, so then it is possible. But whenever types at the two sides of the assignment operator are not compatible, if they are not compatible, then it becomes a problem because it will result with a compatible problem. Then Java will not do any conversion implicitly. For that, we need to explicit type conversion or a type casting should be performed by the programmer. So then how the Java automatic conversions are done? When one type of data is assigned to another type of data, an automatic type conversion will take place if the following two conditions are met. The two types are compatible. The destination type is larger than the source type. So when will the Java automatically convert? When both the data types are compatible, then it will be stored. Suppose if you say in floating integer is stored, yes, it is possible. So then this is compatible. So then destination, so float is having a greater size than integer. So then it is possible. That's what here, the destination type is larger than the source type. So then when these two conditions are met, a widening conversion takes place. For example, int type is always larger enough to hold all valid byte values. So no explicit cast statement is required. For widening conversions, the numeric types, including integer and floating point type, are compatible with each other. That's what I told. Numeric type, integer and floating are compatible. However, there are no automatic conversions from a numeric type to a character or boolean. So then we cannot say character and numeric are compatible. No, they are not compatible. Along with that, boolean. Also, character and boolean are not compatible with each other. As mentioned earlier, Java also performs an automatic type conversion when storing a literal integer constant into variable of type byte, long, byte, short, long, or character. And casting incompatible type, although the automatic type conversions are helpful, they will not fulfill all needs. For example, what if you want to assign an int value to a byte variable? This conversion will not be performed automatically because byte is smaller than an int. So this kind of conversion is sometimes called as a narrowing conversion, since you are explicitly making the value narrower so that it will fit into a target type. To create a conversions between two compatible types, we must use a cast. A cast is simply an explicit type conversion. It has this general form, that is target type and a value. Here the target type specifies the desired type to convert a specified value to it. For example, int a byte a. So if you're storing a into the b, so this becomes a problem because integer is having two bytes and 1 byte is having only 1. So when a floating point value is assigned to an integer, the fractional component is lost, and such conversions is called as a truncation or narrowing. If the size of the whole number component is too large to fit into the target integer type, then that value will reduce module the target type's range. For example, the program will illustrate the type conversion. So we can see byte, we have declared the B as byte, I as integer, D as double. And in integer, we are storing 257. And in D, we are storing 323.142. And converting that to a byte. So the system out.println. So I is integer and we are storing it into a byte. So then display the B. So in the same way, D, that is double. So double is stored, D is double, it is stored in integer. So then displaying I. So then find the same way, D is double again stored in the byte. So all these, the conversions will be having a problem. So conversion of byte to int. So I is 257, because here we are converting that to I to byte. So we'll be having B equal to 1. So that is wrong. So in the same way, double to int, so the value 323.142, because it is integer, we'll be getting only 323. So in the same way, a byte to double, so again this 322 will be converted to 67. So in this case, you can see the values of the variables are lesser, or termed to be fault, because the conversions are different. Okay. So automatic type promotions in expressions. So even in the same way, not only in assigning the variable, in case if you do even in the calculations part. So apart from assignment, type conversion may have in expressions also. In an arithmetic expressions involving more than one operator, some intermediate operations may exceed the size of either the operands. For example, byte, x equals to 25, y is 80, z is 50. Then we are doing some operations, that is x multiplied with y divided by z. Here the resultant operand, what is the value of x? X is 25. What's the value of y? It is 80. So x multiply y, it will give us a 4000. And it exceeds the range of both the operand byte. How much it is taking? The range for the byte is 128 to 127. That is the range for the byte. But here, what is the value we are getting? We are getting 4000. In such situation, Java prompts byte short in character operand to it. That is the operation x multiplied by is performed using it but not byte, and hence the resultant 4000 is valid. On the other hand, the automatic type conversion may occur error because x is equal to 10, byte is equal to x multiplied by 3. This will cause a error because x into 3 is 30, and it will is well within the range of byte, but for performing this operation, the operand are automatically converted to byte, and the value 30 is treated as of an int type. Thus, the assigning an int to a byte is not possible, which generates an error. To avoid such problems, we should use a casting. So that's what here you can see here. So byte x equals to 10, byte y equals to, again we are converting this whatever we are saying, this we are calling it as a casting. So the same thing here, this and this are same, but here you can see we have not casted, here we have casted. That's the only thing where we have to remember about casting. So if you don't cast, you'll get an error. If you cast, the problem will be solved. So type promotion rules. Java defines several type promotion rules that apply to the expression. They are as follows. All byte, short, and character values are promoted to int. You can use a byte, short, character, all these into the int. It is okay. If one operator is long, the whole expression is prompted to long. If it is operand is float, the entire expression is prompted to float. If any of the operand is double, the result also should be a double. That's what here type promotion program. So B is 42, and A we are storing it as a character, a short 1024, integer, we are taking it as a 50,000, and float 5.674, double, we are taking 0.1234, and we are we are doing some expression, that is a f star b plus I divided by c minus d star x. So this result, because you can see all these will be calculated, and the resultant is double. So double is what? 8 bytes. So it will, the size is okay, because all other are lesser than double. So that's the reason you'll get the output as 62.77784, something like this. So this is a type conversion. So next, moving on to the precedence of Java operator. So you'll be knowing which one will you do first. So that is what is called as a precedence. So operator precedence determines the grouping of terms in an expression. This affects how an expression is evaluated. Certain operator have higher precedence than other. For example, the multiplication operator has higher precedence than the additional operator. For example, we can say x equals to 7 plus 3 star 2. So which one we will do first, whether plus or multiplication? Can anyone say which one we will do first, whether we will do addition or multiplication?
Multiplication.
Yes. So that is what is called as a precedence. First we are doing multiplication. After multiplication we add. So that's what here. Here x is assigned 13, not 20, because the operator star has higher precedence than plus. So it is first 3 into 2 is how much? 3 2s are, how much is the value?
6.
What's the value? Whether into plus 7, plus 7 is how much? 13. Yes. So that's how here you'll get the resultant. Not like 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3 is what? What is 7 plus 3? 10 into 2 is 20. This you are not getting the result. You will get a 13. Here operator with the highest precedence appears at the top of the table. Those with the lowest appearance at the bottom. Within the expression, higher precedence operators will be evaluated first. So that's what you can see, which one in your expression will be performed first and later, and which has the lowest. First, highest precedence in the operator, we give whatever the values are there within the brackets. So parenthesis is of highest priority, then increment and decrement, and negation and exclamatory mark. These operators will be given highest precedence. After this, multiplication, division, and modulus, then plus and minus. That's the thing you can see in the last example. First multiplication is done, later plus is done. So this is a precedence which we have to, this slide is important because you have to remember this. The same way, shift operators, relational operators, equal to, not equal to, logical and or not, so bitwise operators. So all these, this is how the operator precedence will be taking place. The highest will be bracket, next will be increment, decrement, negation and exclamatory, then multiplication, division and modulus, next is plus minus. So these are the maximum things which we'll be using. The same way here, again we have to remember whether it has been associativity, whether it starts from left to right or right to left. So postfix expression, that is plus plus minus minus, that starts from left to right. So the unary operators, increment, decrement, it starts from right to left. So all you have to just remember which is right to left. Only some will be right to left if you remember that, and rest of things will be from left to right. So multiplication left to right, additive, that is addition, left to right, shift operators also left to right. Only unary operator, condition operator and assignment operator are from right to left, and rest all are from left to right. So then relational operator, instance of this is also comes left to right. Then equality, equal and not equal. bitwise and, bitwise or XOR, bitwise or, logical and, logical or, condition and assignment. So all these we use in the, which is the highest precedence, and whether the associativity with it, whether we evaluate from left to right or right to left. So short circuit operators, the short circuit operator and or and operators will not evaluate the second operand if the first is decisive. For example, int x equals to 0, n equals to 5, and we see, because n divided by 0 it will give 0 only, means it gives us some wrong values. Here the first operator not equal to 0 is false, but we use a logical and, then the second operand will be evaluated and will get a division by 0 exception. So to avoid this problem, we use a operator and logical operator will never evaluate the second operand if the first operand result is into false. So it is standard practice to use a short circuit form of and or in case involving Boolean logic, leaving the single character version exclusive for bitwise operations. However, there are exceptions to this rule. For example, considering the following statement: if C equals to 1 and E less than 100, D equals to 100. So here we use a single ampersand ensures the increment operations will be evaluated to E, where E is equal to 1 or not. So next we move on. So considering this operator, and I'll just stop here. What is this operator? Can anyone say what is this operator? Did you study this operator?
Ternary.
Yes.
Conditional.
Yes. We call it as a ternary or conditional operator is one and the same. Some question papers, just to make you confusing, some question papers will ask you ternary operator, and some question papers, instead of asking ternary, they may ask you what is conditional operator. Both are same. So you have to remember the namings are different, but the name, it either condition or ternary is one and the same. So Java supports ternary operator, which sometimes can be used as an alternative for if then else statement. When we can use this ternary operator in replacing if then else statement, we can use a ternary operator. The general form is a variable, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3, and end of the condition statement. So this is the syntax for condition or ternary operator. Here the expression 1 is evaluated first, and it must return Boolean type, means either it is true or false. If it is true, then the value of expression 2 is assigned to a variable. That is, here the variable is var. Otherwise, if it is false, the expression 1 is false, then the expression 3, whatever we have in expression 3, it is assigned to var. For example, int abc, suppose if we take abc is 3 variables, and we are taking in our some programming. C is equal to A is greater than B. Question mark A colon B, end of the line. So here what we are doing, we are checking whether A is greater than B. So if this condition is true, then it will return A. If it is false, it will return B. So that is what the condition operator or a ternary operator is. So I'll stop here. Before stopping, so let us just revise what we have done today. Where did we stop, and what are the things we have stopped? So we have started with operators and expression. So what is operator? So we have so many operators. Before that, unary and binary. What is unary? Unary means single operand. If binary means we have two operators. So there are many types of operators in Java. You may use a unary operator, arithmetic operator, relational operator, shift operator, bitwise operator, ternary operator, and assignment operator. And we see one by one. So operator and expression, a combination of operators and expressions, operators and operand are called as a expression. Then we assign an expression to the variable that is some values we are assigning. That is what is a. So then we have arithmetic operators. These are the operators what we have. So arithmetic, in that plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulus. Increment, decrement, plus, plus, minus, minus. So the program for that. In the same way, relational operators, equal to, equal means what? We have to use a double assignment. Not equal to, exclamatory, and not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than and less than. Ramutullah is joining now. Huh? Okay. So that's what here. Not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, for the program for that. So then a logical operator, a logic and or not, the program for that. Then assignment operators we have seen. Then for that program, then type conversion and casting. Converting one data type to another data type, we call it as casting. When Java will do automatically, when we have a bigger size and smaller, if you are keeping inside, it is okay. That is what automatically Java will do. In case if you are doing other than that, then manually we have to do it. So that's what casting. Sometimes it will be allowed, sometimes it will not be allowed. A program for casting. So then automatic type in expressions also, even in the expression also, you can see these two things, the same lines, but here these two lines and these two lines are same. Only difference is we have manually converting that to byte. So this will lead you a error. This will give you a result. So that's what here we can see the type conversions in the expression. Then we have seen what is a type conversion and how the type conversion is taking place. Then we have started with the precedence of operators. So which is having highest precedence? Highest precedence is parenthesis. Next is increment, decrement. Then multiplication, division, and modulus. Then plus, plus. And these other rest of things we use very rarely, but the first things we use. Then the last we generally use is a condition or a ternary operator. So we see how what is associativity with the operators. All will be generally it will be left to right, all left to right, but only unary, condition, and assignment are from right to left. This you have to remember. Then short circuit operator we have seen. So then we have started with we have done with the ternary operator. So we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class. So again 15 more days extension is being given to you people, right? So you can stay back at home and listen for the online classes. Government has declared, right?
Yes, ma'am.
22. Okay, Anaga, answer your attendance. Anaga.
Yes, ma'am.
Abhilash.
Yes, ma'am.
Akhil. Akhil.
Ma'am.
Akrut.
Yes, ma'am.
Akash. Anusha.
Yes, ma'am.
Arvind.
Present, ma'am.
Arifullah.
Yes, ma'am.
Penaka.
Present, ma'am.
Banu Prakash.
Yes, ma'am.
Bhargav.
Yes, ma'am.
Rahutullah. Yes, I have marked it. Rahmatullah. R-A-H. Rahmatullah. Okay. Marked. Chaitra.
Present, ma'am.
Chandana.
Present, ma'am.
Charan.
Yes, ma'am.
Darshan,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah, marking.
Ma'am,
Dakshayani.
Rehmat.
Yeah, marked. Dakshayani,
Present, ma'am.
Kishan,
Present, ma'am.
Harshit,
Present, ma'am.
Hemalata,
Present, ma'am.
Uma, Jayan,
Present, ma'am.
Jayant,
Present, ma'am.
Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
Kaushik,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi.
Ma'am, her mic is not working.
Yeah, Lavanya,
Present, ma'am.
Manish,
Present, ma'am.
Manoj,
Present, ma'am.
Mohit,
Yes, ma'am.
Naval,
Present, ma'am.
Navya,
Present, ma'am.
Nikhil,
Present, ma'am.
Peter,
Present, ma'am.
Pavan,
Present, ma'am.
Pooja,
Present, ma'am.
Purnima,
Present, ma'am.
Pawan, present.
Raman.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Pavan, mark. Rashmi,
Yes, ma'am.
Rupak,
Yes, ma'am.
Sai Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Samir,
Present, ma'am.
Santosh,
Present, ma'am.
Sadab,
Present, ma'am.
Charan,
Present, ma'am.
Shashank,
Present, ma'am.
Sheetal,
Present, ma'am.
Shivani,
Present, ma'am.
Soumya, Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Sri Vishnu,
Soumya, present, ma'am.
yeah,
Present, ma'am. Sri Vishnu.
Sugandhini, Sushma,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Sushmita,
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita,
Present, ma'am.
Tita,
Present, ma'am.
Trupti,
Present, ma'am.
Varsha,
Present, ma'am.
Veena,
Sugandhini, present. Present, ma'am.
yeah, mark
Ma'am, he
Sugandhini,
also present, ma'am. He is put it in chat
Present,
box.
ma'am.
Akhil. Right, done.
Uma, present, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah,
Soumya, present, ma'am.
marked. Yeah, we'll stop. We'll continue in the next class.